Look, this is a tremendous opportunity for people to see the very strong level of support that the Australian public has for the conservation policies, which we think are an important part of the IWC and which need to be advanced not only at this IWC meeting but in the future. To Whisper and to Optus, can I congratulate you on engaging with so many people and hearing clearly what they have to say and their views about what we now see happening in the oceans to our south in particular every year. It's useful for me to be able to acknowledge that we are at an extremely critical meeting of the International Whaling Commission. This will be the most important meeting, in my view, that the Commission has held for many, many, many years. And it's especially critical because there's a proposal on the table which, if accepted by the Commission, would see a resumption of commercial whaling. It would see the targeting of vulnerable and endangered species. It would see whaling taking place in IWC declared sanctuaries. And in Australia's view, this is not an acceptable compromise for the nations who gather at this meeting to in any way accept. We have a vision for the IWC, and it's one that I know is shared by many, that it become a conservation-focused organisation with appropriate levels of governance and accountability, and where the campaigns of today are replaced by a thirst for greater information and scientific cooperation to understand the challenges that are faced and the threats that are faced by cetaceans worldwide. To that end, Australia has launched the largest partnership of its kind, the Southern Ocean Research Partnership, a non-lethal research partnership to gain a greater understanding of the risks and of our whale populations in the Southern Ocean. And we've invited other nations to join us in that partnership, and I'll have more to say about that in the next couple of days. We've also put an alternative proposal to the Commission which lays out very clearly what Australia's views are in terms of an acceptable outcome of this meeting. And I do want to affirm that we are really keen to be able to work closely with other nations at this meeting, that we consider productive and constructive dialogue to be absolutely essential to resolve some of the issues that are on the table. But also to say very clearly that the dysfunctionality that has been a feature of the IWC in the past needs to cease. There is a great deal of goodwill amongst nations to speak constructively, and I welcome that. Australia certainly will continue in that spirit. But it's no longer acceptable for the IWC not to make decisions which would see both appropriate and rigorous organisational culture and decision-making mechanisms in place for the future, but also most importantly, to recognise that the taking of whales in the name of science, the targeting of whales in the name of science is no longer necessary, nor is it desirable. So I want to congratulate Whisper. I want to say that it's great to be here in Morocco. For those of you in the non-government communities, the media and others from other countries, it's great to see you here as well. We'll continue to argue very, very strongly as we enter into the discussions here in the negotiations. And we welcome the contribution that's made by Whisper and by this fantastic ad that you've made. Thanks, Emily.